Welcome. And this is the first edition for the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights show. We are excited to start this segment, bringing you information about our office. It is an exciting opportunity to bring the different topics of our office. This office has been in existence since 1963, and what we do is we investigate allegations of discrimination for employment, housing, and public accommodations. To begin our segment today, I would like to go into some introductions by introducing myself and then our new director, Mindy Rush Shipman. So starting off, my name is Francisca Beltran, and I am the community outreach worker for the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights. What I do is I go out into the community and talk about what our office does, the services that we provide, and we go to different events, have tables set up, a booth with different types of information, and I like to talk directly to the people who have any questions or simply just answering any doubts that they might have. I've been with this office for about 4 years. I have worked with the community for over 20 years, and that is probably one of my best fortes is working with our community, which I thoroughly enjoy. To my left is Mindy Rush Shipman. And Mindy, would you be so kind to just kind of introduce yourself to our audience since we are starting this show over, and give us an insight as to what your experience has been in the last 8 months?
Sure. So like Francisca said, my name is Mindy Rush Shipman, and I am the director of the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights. I've been with the commission for about 8 months, and prior to accepting the director position at the commission, I was a nonprofit immigration attorney. I worked for the Immigrant Legal Center doing advocacy and legal representation, primarily for survivors of domestic violence and serious crime, also children that have been abused, abandoned, neglected. Before I worked at the Immigrant Legal Center, I spent some time in private practice, and I also worked for Legal Aid of Nebraska. So advocating for the people in our community that are oftentimes the most vulnerable and marginalized has been something I've been doing for quite some time. But I'm really excited to be here at the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights. I love working with Francisca, doing education and outreach throughout the community. So if there's an event or an organization that wants to learn more about their rights as far as discrimination in the workplace, or in housing matters, or in public buildings, public accommodations, myself or Francisca or any of our staff can do that. We also try to just eliminate the barriers that folks have to be able to report discrimination instances that may happen in Lincoln. So one of the goals of this TV show and just our efforts, more generally, is we want to make sure people understand what the commission is, the work that we do, and how to access our services.
Awesome. Mindy has been a great asset to our office, and we have so many projects that we are collaborating with other agencies. I mean, our strongest effort is, again, going out into the community and working with the different agencies across the city. So if you are watching this and you think, this would be a great organization to come into our office, that they can come and speak to us about discrimination, get some clarification, or simply some education, we are more than willing to do that. One of the great things about our office is that there are 2 bilingual people. I myself speak Spanish, and then we have an administrative assistant who speaks Arabic. Her name is Aya, which you'll get to know her at a later time. And I think one of the best things or things that we can offer to the community is trying to ensure that we have pamphlets or information in different languages. And so we do have our standard pamphlet, but it is also in Spanish, Arabic, Korean, Russian, Vietnamese, and in English. In French, which is awesome. So those are all available. We do try to get them out to the community. so people have access to them. And if you find yourself in an agency that does not have these pamphlets, we will give our contact information at the end of this segment, so you can call us, let us know, email us. We would love to hear if you have any comments or if you need any of this information. Thank you, Mindy. Great. Since we are doing introductions, one of the things that we would like to do is kind of show where the city county office is. So we are located at 555 South 10th Street on the corner of 10th and K. You will see the parking lot north of the building where you can park for free and walk across the street to the city county building. There are stairs and you will see the doors to the building straight ahead. When you enter the city county building, you will encounter different people walking in and out of the offices that provide different services. One person that you might see is a sheriff deputy. They walk around the building, making sure there are no emergencies. If you feel like you are lost in the building, they are more than happy to help you. The sheriff is there to make us feel secure and safe, and they do not ask questions or ask for any type of identification. The Lincoln Commission on Human Rights is located on the 3rd floor in room 304. You can take the elevators to the 3rd floor. When you get off the elevator, you will take a right and walk past Human Resources down the hall. As you walk down the hall, you will see a sign at the top that says Human Rights, and you see the office to your left, and the room number will be right outside of the office. Then you will know you have arrived at the correct office. When you walk into our office, you will receive a greeting from Aya, the office assistant. She is ready and willing to assist you and would let staff know that you are there for your appointment. She will take you to the proper office once staff is ready for you to be seen for your appointment. One of our investigators is Michelle. She has been with the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights for 2 years and has a wealth of knowledge and experience in investigative processes. The next office you will see is Margie's office. Margie has been with the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights for over 8 years. She knows the ins and outs of fair housing. Both Margie and Michelle assist different trainings all year round to stay up to date with any law changes for employers, landlords, and anyone else who would like to learn more about the law in the city of Lincoln. This is Mindy, which you met earlier, the director of the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights. She is also the Equity and Diversity Officer for the city of Lincoln. We at the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights want to make you feel at ease and comfortable when you visit our office. There is a conference room across our office that we use for trainings, meetings, and are used to meet with clients. Next, you will see the council chambers on the 1st floor that show where we have our monthly meetings for commission. There are 9 community members that are appointed by the mayor. The commissioners meet once a month in the city council chambers to discuss cases that are presented to them by the investigators. They will determine the outcome of the cases during this meeting. The meetings are open to the public. When you are done with your appointment, remember to ask for a parking ticket to be able to exit the parking garage. If you forget to ask for a ticket, there are usually tickets on a desk by the doors on the 1st floor with a sign, and you will see a small container with tickets. Take one so you can exit the garage. Thank you for joining us today on our first segment. Like I stated before, we are so excited to start this new adventure with the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights Office and bringing new topics, other people to join us in a conversation with human rights. Thank you, Mindy, for being so kind and coming downstairs to be with us today.
Thank you so much. I'll see you again on a future show.
Absolutely. So again, remember, we all have rights.